Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This is the story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Once upon a time, there was a big and beautiful kingdom in which lived a king and queen. They had a gorgeous daughter with black hair and fair skin who they named Snow White. With the years, the princess grew up, becoming more and more beautiful and kind. But sadly, her mother died and had to go to heaven. After a while, the king got married with a new queen, who turned out to be an evil witch. One day, the witch asked her magic mirror a question. "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the most beautiful woman in this kingdom?" And the mirror said, "The most beautiful woman in this kingdom is Snow White." Then the witch queen got very angry. She ordered a soldier to take Snow White away from the kingdom and kill her with a knife. The soldier obeyed the queen. He took Snow White to the forest. But he wasn't able to kill her because the princess was a very nice person. Then he said, "Go away, Snow White. I'll spare your life, but don't ever come back because the Queen Witch wants to kill you. Go away now." Snow White ran and ran with all her strength to the middle of the forest till she was very tired. Then far away she saw a tiny house and decided to get closer. When she came in, she saw that everything was quite small. And as she was tired, she laid down on a little bed and fell asleep. Soon after, 7 dwarfs came into their house. When they saw Snow White, they got surprised and said, "What is this girl doing here?" After a while, Snow White became close friends with the 7 dwarfs. She cooked for them, helped them, and danced with them. But one day, the Queen Witch found out that Snow White was alive, so she took a secret potion and turned herself into an old lady to be able to go to the dwarf's house without being noticed. The witch knocked on that little house door, and when Snow White opened it, she saw an old lady who was the witch in disguise. Then the witch said, "Beautiful child, take this delicious apple. I'm certain that you have never tried something like this before." Snow White took the apple and bit it, without knowing the evil witch had poisoned the apple. Then she fell on the floor in a deep slumber and never woke up again. The little dwarfs got very sad and decided to place her on a flower bed. One day, a prince came to the forest on a beautiful horse, and when he saw Snow White, he fell in love with her and decided to kiss her. And Snow White woke up because the kiss broke the witch's spell. The prince and Snow White lived happily ever after. And the witch got so mad, she broke the mirror and never was heard of again. The end. This is the story of the Little Mermaid. Once upon a time, there was a little mermaid named Ariel who lived at the bottom of the sea. She was the daughter of the mighty Triton, king of the sea. She felt a lot of curiosity for the human world. With her fish friends Flounder, Ariel collected human things. On the other hand, King Triton didn't like the idea of Ariel going to the surface. That's why his helper Sebastian Crab was always paying lots of attention to where Ariel was going. One night, Ariel, Flounder, and Sebastian went up to the surface of the sea and watched a celebration in honor of Prince Eric's birthday. Just by seeing him, Ariel fell in love. Suddenly, a storm hit and the ship sank. Ariel managed to save Eric, who was unconscious. After taking him to land, the little mermaid sang a beautiful song, but leaves before he wakes. When he recovers, he is fascinated by the little mermaid's voice. He tries to look for her, but in vain. Ariel went back to the ocean now, more convinced than ever of wanting to go with the humans. Her father, Triton, was very mad and forbade her to return to the surface. But the little mermaid went to visit Ursula, the witch of the sea. She told Ariel that she could turn her human and proposed her a deal, turning her human for 3 days in exchange for her voice. Ariel agreed, and she was turned into a human being. Ariel needed the next 3 days to get true love's kiss from Eric. Otherwise, she will spend all her life to live in Ursula's cave. Eric finally found Ariel on a beach, and he took her to his castle without knowing she was the one who rescued him when the ship sank. Ariel spent beautiful days alongside Eric. They almost kissed, but Ursula meddled to avoid it. The witch decided to disguise herself as a human under the name of Vanessa, who, besides using Ariel's voice, put a spell on the prince so he would fall in love with her. Next morning, Ariel found out that Eric and Vanessa were about to get married. But thanks to Scuttle the seagull, Ariel found out that Eric was being played by Ursula. The little mermaid got to the wedding place inside a barrel. Meanwhile, Sebastian told Triton about what's happening, while Scuttle interrupts the wedding with his sea friends. In the middle of all the chaos, Ursula lost Ariel's voice, which was inside a necklace in her chest, but Ariel manages to recover it. Thus, the spell under Ursula had cast over the prince was broken. Eric kissed Ariel in a heartbeat, but this wasn't fast enough, and Ariel went back to being a mermaid. And also Ursula, the witch, kidnapped the little mermaid and took her to her cave. Triton demanded the witch give her daughter back, but the only possible arrangement was that the king take Ariel's place in the cave. The king Triton accepted the deal. Her daughter Ariel was freed. The king was transformed into a tiny monster. On that moment, Eric arrived, hurting Ursula in order to protect Ariel. Furious, the witch turned into a giant monster, getting bigger and bigger. Ursula created a giant storm with a huge whirlpool. With it, she tried to kill Eric and Ariel. In the end, Eric managed to fatally hurt Ursula with his ship. Ursula dies and starts letting out some kind of smoke, with which King Triton and some others return to their normal selves. Triton, again the king of the sea, was convinced of the love of Eric and Ariel. Ariel came out of the sea, turned into a human being, and goes towards Eric. Thanks to her father, they got married on board of a boat in front of all their sea friends and her dear father.